Claudia Hammond, Time Warped, Unlocking the Mysteries of Time Perception. Embark on a fascinating journey through the mysteries of time perception with Claudia Hammond's Time Warped, Unlocking the Mysteries of Time Perception. Discover how factors such as emotions, memory, body temperature, and social aspects influence the way we experience the passage of time. Throughout this summary, you will find intriguing experiments and anecdotes that help to explain why time appears to drag on during certain moments, while it seems to fly by during others. By delving into the complex, captivating world of time perception, this book summary offers an enlightening look at the intricate relationship between our brains, our bodies, and the ever-fleeting nature of time.
The perception of time. Our perception of time is not constant. Emotions, memory, and even body temperature can warp our sense of time. Fear causes us to process information more thoroughly, making time seem slower. Making more memories can also make time seem to pass slowly. Even changes in body temperature can affect our perception of time. Societal rules of time. In every society, there are different rules and conventions that determine what is considered acceptable regarding punctuality. These rules provide a sense of security and agreement on what is expected. However, when visiting a country with different established rules, difficulties can arise. The social aspects of time not only affect how we manage it but can also influence our perception of time passing. In a laboratory study, participants who experienced social rejection perceived time to pass more slowly. The faults of our memories. Our memories can be faulty, as evidenced by our difficulty in accurately recalling time. We often remember significant events more vividly, while mundane ones are easily forgotten. The events we contemplate the most are the ones we remember the most accurately. Additionally, our memories are heavily influenced by our experiences during the reminiscence bump, between the ages of 15 and 25, when we experience many first-time events that are easier to recall. The mysterious inner biological clock. Our body's inner biological clock governs our daily routines but relies on external cues to stay in sync with societal timing. This clock was tested in an underground experiment by Michel Sifry, resulting in his mealtimes and sleep repeating whenever it felt right, causing him to experience time passing much faster than he thought. This and other experiments concluded that our inner clock's cycle of sleep and active periods lasts for 24 hours and 31 minutes. In everyday life, this cycle is corrected by daylight. When deprived of daylight stimulation, the internal clock takes control, making time lose meaning. Unraveling the mystery of perception of time. Have you ever felt like time is passing too slowly or too quickly? It turns out, our perception of time is influenced by various factors such as the brain's frontal lobe, dopamine levels, and proprioception. The frontal lobe is responsible for creating and storing memories, developing ideas, and determining our perception of time. Dopamine regulates our inner clock, and when levels increase, time appears to pass more quickly. Proprioception, the awareness of the body's position and movement, also plays a key role in our perception of time. Without it, experiments have shown that time is perceived as passing more slowly. The science behind our perception of time. Our perception of time is not constant, it varies depending on our attention level. The more we focus on something, the slower time seems to run. When we are bored, time seems to drag, and unexpected events appear to last longer. This time warp is caused by the energy expended by the brain, according to neuroscientist David Eagleman. The more energy we use, the longer the event seems to be. This is why new experiences seem to last longer, they require more energy to be processed. Time perception and synesthesia. Around 20% of people see time in a visual manner, from left to right. This experience is an example of synesthesia, a blending of senses. In an experiment, researchers asked participants to respond to a sequence of words, some in red, others in blue. The study found that people who envision time as running from left to right react differently than others when the names of months appear. If a later month appears in blue, these participants will respond much faster with their right hand, while an earlier month in red causes a more immediate response with their left hand. Although not everyone sees time in this way, humans represent time in their minds in individual manners. For instance, the phrase, "next Wednesday's meeting has had to be moved forward by 2 days. On what day is the meeting happening now?" elicits distinct responses. Some individuals may visualize themselves moving forward to Friday, while others see time moving towards them to Monday. The power of future thinking. The ability to time travel into the future is a crucial skill that helps in preparing for upcoming events. However, some people lack this ability due to brain injuries or certain mental health problems. Future thinking is a uniquely human ability, and animals cannot engage in it. The fragments of memory. Our memories are not completely fixed but rather flexible and fragmentary, allowing us to construct new memories and imagine possible futures easily. However, this same flexibility can cause us to misremember the past. Elizabeth Loftus' experiment demonstrated how she could create false memories in participants by using fragments of their real past experiences. This illuminating insight shows us how we mentally represent time to ourselves and opens up the possibility of changing our perception of time. Making time work for you. Time perception can be altered based on routine and mindfulness. Have you ever noticed how time seems to fly by when you're enjoying something, like watching TV, but drags on when you're bored? The same time warp effect happens over longer periods, like a year, but you can use this knowledge to your advantage. By avoiding routines and adding variety, you'll feel like you're living a rich, long life. For example, taking a different route to work or organizing lunch dates with different friends each day of the week. This helps to add novelty to your life, making each day feel unique and less predictable. On the other hand, there are instances when you want time to pass more quickly. In such cases, mindfulness is the best tool you can use to achieve your goal. Instead of focusing on the mundane tasks at hand, take a moment to become fully aware and present. Mindfulness allows you to appreciate what's going on around you and hence makes time feel like it's moving faster. Through mindfulness and a diverse range of experiences in our lives, we can create the happy balance between enjoying life's moments and achieving our goals. Making the most of your time. Use strict deadlines and an accurate view of how much time you have to increase your focus and maximize productivity. Are you constantly racing against time, feeling like you don't have enough hours in the day? A study by psychologist William Friedman found that people who feel this way also believe that time goes by quickly. But the problem isn't a lack of time, it's how we use it. To slow down time and use it more efficiently, start with an accurate view of how much time you actually have. Despite thinking they only had 20 free hours per week, participants in one study actually had 40. This realization alone can help you prioritize tasks and avoid wasting time. Another effective tactic to maximize productivity is to use strict deadlines. When our perception of time is altered by a looming deadline, it increases our focus and helps us complete tasks efficiently. Breaking down larger tasks into smaller steps with corresponding deadlines can make it easier to tackle and complete them. The key is to be aware of how we use our time and to develop strategies that work for us. By setting clear deadlines and understanding our available time, we can accomplish more in a day and feel less overwhelmed. Remember dates with accuracy. Recalling exact dates can be challenging, but there's a way to estimate them accurately. When you need to remember a personal event in your life, make a rough guess about the number of years, months, or weeks ago it occurred. Then, try to guess the exact date. For the final and most accurate estimation, add or subtract a few months or years. When remembering public events dates, use time tags, personal memories of that time, to connect those events to your personal life. The more time tags you recall, the more likely you'll remember the date correctly.
Claudia Hammond's Time Warped, Unlocking the Mysteries of Time Perception takes readers on an enlightening exploration of how emotions, memory, body temperature, and other factors can influence our perception of time. By gaining insight into these complexities, we are better equipped to understand how our brains and bodies interact with the world around us, making sense of the fluidity of our experiences. With the knowledge gathered from this book's summary, we can better appreciate the hard-to-grasp phenomenon of time, bringing a new level of understanding to the moments that comprise our lives.